Supreme Court is backing a law that would speed up executions in California, but it comes with a cost. KPIX 5's Melissa Caen reports it could lead to a showdown in Sacramento.
Prop 66 streamlines the death penalty, speeds appeals, guards against wrongful convictions, monitored by the Supreme Court.
Voters approved Prop 66 last November, but the law has been on hold pending a legal challenge. On Friday, the California State Supreme Court threw out that lawsuit, paving the way for executions to resume and with a speedier process. But there's a catch. The state legislature has to pay for it. On the KPIX 5 Sunday Morning News, Phil Matier talked to San Mateo District Attorney Steve Wagstaff.
There's no guarantee, for example, that the state legislature is going to provide the funds that was called for under this measure to get the defense moving on this, right?
That's right. They have the ability to ignore the will of the people if they choose, because the people and the Supreme Court defined it. The goal here is to speed this process up. The legislature has to play a role in it. They do have the authority to say no.
To speed this up, they need to hire more attorneys to represent the death row inmates. What's your indication from the lawmakers? Are they willing to do that? Or are they going to sit on the money and therefore slow things down?
Well, that, of course, is politics, and you're a better gauge of that than me. My belief is that they will listen to the will of the people in an initiative, not simply by polls, but an initiative.
Expediting death penalty cases requires more judges and more lawyers. The ACLU estimates that Prop 66 will require 360 new defense attorneys, and that doesn't even include staff or prosecutors or judges.
In order to carry out the mandate of this ballot measure, we're going to need hundreds of lawyers, hundreds of new courtrooms that are open to do these cases.
David Chu is an assemblyman who represents San Francisco. He doubts that lawmakers will prioritize funding for more lawyers and judges.
The voters have spoken, and obviously folks will do what they can to comply with it, but the budgetary pressures of adding hundreds of millions of dollars on top of a very expensive death penalty system is going to be extremely challenging.
Melissa Caen, KPIX 5.